Okay, I'll put this camera in here and click generate. Here we can see the 3D model, and now we're going to add 12K texture. And look at the level of detail. This isn't just a flat image, not only because of the 3D rendering, but also because of all the detail in 12K texture. And today, we're going to try out Hyper3D Rodin Generation 2.5, specifically its new 12K texture feature. All right, guys, we're here now, and how about we do a quick workflow, and I'll explain as we go. First, I should clarify that Hyper3D offers several generation models: extreme low, low, medium, high, and extreme high, which is the absolute best of the best. We're going to take this image that you're seeing right here, and we're going to click generate. And, well, quick and easy. We already have our generated image of what would be our armchair. We can see it completely in 3D. Check out the detail, huh? For example, with a backpack, they're generated with 12K texture, and what matters isn't just the general shape, it's the close-up detail when you zoom in. There's much more material detail than in the normal generation of conventional AI. And look, this matters especially for cinematic shots, like video game assets, any scene where the camera slowly zooms in. But let's get to the real workflow. And then we select this image of a sword and a shield, and we select thinking effort, which in the end, so you understand, is also part of the asset's resolution. We're going to select the extreme one, okay? Extreme high. So we select it, and we're going to generate it. Okay, now we have what would be the 3D base. Now, what we'll select is the micro to decorate it. So we'll select micro and confirm it. Because what micro does is add detail to everything. See the shields better, everything in higher resolution, and to the millimeter, making the model feel sculpted and not printed. It changes the concept a lot. This step is important because it makes the asset feel consistent and realistic and not like some flat effect thing. Okay, now we'll move on to materials, and for that we'll select extreme high 12K in the thinking effort settings. Why does 12K texture matter? In traditional 3D workflows, it's one of the most important things of all, since metal, rust, dirt, scratches, pores, roughness, color variation, all those small details matter a lot. In the end, it makes the surface feel much more real and more palpable. Hyper3D describes it as 3D native texture. And here's the final textured model, where you can see, for example, the sword and the hilt, which are very well defined in all areas. And this is where you can see the imperfections of the part. Well, for example, the sword, right? Where it has scratches, where it's worn out. This is the kind of detail that matters if you're building 3D assets for close-up renders. It's just that 12K textures have much more margin, so you can do an impressive zoom as far as it goes. The worn aged finish is faithfully reproduced. Create cinematic shots, make thumbnails, miniatures, animations, or export it to a larger 3D pipeline and see if it convinces you or not. In the same way, the camera also in General 2.5 with extreme high, where we have those 12K, where you obviously, at any time, you have control over how to use the pack. You can confirm it, you can see the image, you can redesign it, you can download it. You have access to absolutely everything to make this image as realistic as possible. Same case with the camera, without losing textures in an ultra-amplified zoom. And while we're at it, look at this, a conventional character, a human face. The texture of the facial skin, the roughness. This is where most 3D generators fail. In this case, we can see how the human head is not 12K. It is simply a high level, one level below, as well as the one we're going to see now of the statue, where it is also high, same level as the render of the 3D face. And who is all this useful for? Well, first of all, for 3D artists who want to generate high-quality assets quickly without starting everything manually. Also, of course, for video game developers who need detailed characters, detailed figures, or to create an entire world. In the end, Hyper3D adapts to all kinds of resolutions, and like what we're seeing here, also in this case are textures generated in 8K. Of course, also for filmmakers and animation creators, we could even extrapolate it, as we wanted to take it to our own video production process with artificial intelligence, and move to 3D, leaving 2D aside. Think about how creating a 3D model usually takes many days, and with Hyper3D Rodin, you can do it in less. In a matter of minutes, without needing all the equipment you'd need, and the whole budget, the money budget as well. A brief summary of what the workflow is like. Simple workflow. We insert the image, we go and set extreme high in generation 2.5, and we hit generate. Now is when you have to zoom in a bit and see exactly that it's matching the symmetry to now add the 12,000 texturing. And we select the micro option. Good, and now with micro, we directly select the extreme high of 12K. So you could even just turn up the PBR and it would directly consume 2 credits. And start generating and applying 12K texture to this master design. And here we have the final result. The keywords are clear. The first 12K texture with 3D native texture with a very high fidelity and also faithful surface detail. In the end, you see how the texture of the headphones is reproduced in a very, very, very clear way. That is exactly what makes this new update so very interesting. And now you can zoom in and see perfectly well every single tiny detail, the absolute perfection, and even the smallest imperfection of these headphones. And let me also tell you very quickly that Hyper3D doesn't just do these image to 3D things. You can also edit 3D and obviously also text image to 3D. So everything related to 3D, I want Hyper3D AI to be in your head from now on. Overall, I think Hyper3D Rodin in general 2.5 is very well thought out to become the master generational tool for 3D. Because honestly, with artificial intelligence and the 12K texture feature, the game changes a lot. Simply because, in my opinion, it's really useful for content creation. For everything we've mentioned during the video, damn, it's really useful. And a good thing is that the workflow isn't like too overwhelming. Too complicated so that you can't do it and get a good result. I think it's something worth trying, whether you're part of the sector, as I said, of creating 3D assets, the video game world, the product, renders, topic, etc. Or just as a user, it's a very good tool. I'm going to leave it for you down here in the description so you can access it and mess around yourselves with your creations. Because I've done it with some images like this. But you could even improve the ideas you already have in your head. It is a good place to make it happen. With that said, I'm signing off. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm Dotem. Goodbye.